As we go into our best of 7, are we finally going to see a non-sweep today? Well, there's only one way to find out. It's going to be Cap T in. We do have to keep an eye on Seb, however. There are 4 team members to this HH Chargers squad. They do like to substitute back in, and Snider will have to be wary well of the quadruple threat. It's a triple threat for them as Kuro. He says he's trying to get better, lol, and that was a decent attack at the backboard, but nothing comes of it for the first attack.
You know, I also forgot to mention, you know, there was a lot to be smiling about during that clip, but I was smiling the most when they said they love math. Again, it's my theory. They deal with problem solving. It's fun to gamers. I don't know why. It was my favorite subject as well. You've been learning a lot about the mixture. I was a wildcat. Yeah. I love waffles. I loved math. Like, this is like a trivia game for my fans, but it still holds the case that math is just fun, and Rocket League players love it. The post, though, they hate, and this one will go out for the Chargers.
And one thing you'll learn about me is that I very much dislike open nets being missed, but you can give a little bit of benefit to the doubt of Nur. I think he didn't realize how much time he had, and that shot was ultimately close, but not close enough. Here's Naz trying to get for the bump on slow-mo. Does well. Oh, a miss there on the sidewall allows the Chargers to potentially rotate out. No, there's Kuro stopping that escape avenue. Naz towards Kuro. Lovely passing play, lovely shot, and Woodwork denies a goal once again.
Oh boy, that got dangerously close, but Snider, instead of knocking on the door, they're drilling on the hinges, almost making their way in forcefully. The Chargers, though, are trying to survive this one. Another attempt, double clearance, and I love that touch because it's not desperate. The thing, though, is that the rotation is open net, and Relic is hurting again. Another missed opportunity, and Snider unable to put the first one on the board.
Okay, but the car was in a very difficult position. You have to adjust yourself a lot better. I think it was as good a shot as they could have hoped for, but nevertheless, one of these teams is going to score eventually, and it's going to be the HH Chargers, except no, it's not! How are we not with a goal at this point in the game?
Oh, man, and I think
finally,
that's exhibit A of you miss your chance, and somebody will take it. Nas goes to 50 yards, open net. Skirts past 1, skirts past 2. 1-0 Snider. The Chargers, though, they're shaking their heads, they're scratching their heads, and they're definitely face palming right now, because that was the biggest missed opportunity so far of the game.
I was going to say, arguably the hardest chance for Naz as well to scoot through 3 players and have the steal to be able to put that on target at the end of the run. Look, it's a goal nonetheless, and both teams have deserved one. Snider take their chance. That's going to the far post, and there's Naz again, this time in defense. Kai's not going to make his way past slow-mo. Difficult here, pressed up against the backboard. Kai's gets enough on this. Cap T, Kuro from the top of the goal does really well to read it. HH Chargers, though, continue to reload the barrel. Naz, that's up. Kai's, that's away. Snider with the full transition into the midfield. Lovely work from the blue team.
There are 2 mechanics that I'll never get over how beautiful they look. The musty flick and the squishy save. And that squishy save by Kuro was just picture perfect. Love to see it. Keeping the net clean. Nas, though, cannot do that by themselves. Kuro, again, the amount of the hour, will have to step in. Definitely getting better. Slow move with a pass. The drop, not enough. The shot will be denied. What a 50 by the defense. And now entering the 90-second zone with a 1-goal lead is best case scenario. But the Chargers are charging towards their blue side.
Oh, Kuro missed the boost. Patient gets the block on slow-mo. Here's Nur. Rotating out with slow-mo. And it allows Snider to move forward yet again. A whifty. Oh, slow-mo got to be careful. Kuro closes it down. Naz still dangerous. Nur lurking. Doesn't go far. Kuro. And Cap T gets a piece of it. Naz, flip reset. And again, can't do much. Time is a wasting, Mitch. 1 minute left.
One very important minute for the Chargers because they cannot let this one slip
by
Snider. What a pass for Naz to finish. Oh, man. Catch them sleeping. Put him to sleep if you're Coral. Pre-flip game invited, accepted, and sent. The Chargers trailing by 2.
Naz with the flex as well. 2-0. And the Chargers now are very much going to be frustrated. They have deserved a goal, but once again, Snider with those clutch opportunities. Naz at the center of them, leaves it. And that's a shot on target, straight at Nur. Goes for the bump, but ultimately misses. Oh, the doink onwards, and they're in a great position to follow it home. Misses that second touch. Here's Cap T. Bump on the keeper and miss from Cap T. On a plate was that one goal we were talking about. 35 seconds remain.
Oh boy, it's getting hectic, and 2 goals mean nothing this late. If this
Oh!
one will be put on target, make it 3, that means a little bit more. Snider won't let it slip by. The Chargers are hurting. They need 3 in 30, 1 per 10 ticks.
It's all about the kickoff. 31 seconds for 3 goals. That's 1 per 10. That's 1 per kickoff, essentially.
Oh.
Slow-mo. Oh, wins the race here. Cap T. Kuro gets the touch. Has to follow this up. Misses it. Slow-mo. Naz, again, just trying to burn time off the clock. Cap T, that's towards net. Naz has to get a piece of it. Does get a piece of it. But Cap T with the read of the read, and it's a 2-goal game.
Captain, oh, Captain, my Captain, what a dunk on Naz inside the box. Clean as he can get. I don't think those 16 seconds will favor them. Again, like you said, but like he has to come to the kickoff.
Are they able to find another? Then we're talking. Snider give away possession. Here's Cap T, the goal scorer, taken out the play. Oh, a miss from Kais. Sorry, I should say Kuro. Kais is here. Naz to the side wall. And that is game, unfortunately. They are going to find the second goal, HH Chargers, but a little too little, Mitch. A little too late. 1-goal game, and Snider win it.
I'm telling you, every goal matters. Touch, possession, bump, demo. You have to connect. You have to be deadly. And that's what the Chargers did. It came down to a 1 sole possession. And to the last couple of ticks, this could have been overtime instead. Yep. It's Snider walking out with the victory. Game 2, entering in with a lead. It's as lovely as it gets for Snider. But now it's a little climb. It's a little hill for the Chargers to take on. But Heritage Hall still in this one. They just have to have a quick start out. Almost as the one that Snider just got. Then at the double tap, 10 seconds in.
Not surprised to see Heritage Hall walking out with the most shot opportunities in game 1. Even more frustration then to compound off the fact that they didn't get a game win of their own. And no, that's not the touch that he was looking for. They confirmed their 100 boosts here, Snider, not allowing Heritage Hall to take any of their own through the corner. Lovely pass, lovely goal with pace, 1-0 Snider.
Check that ball for butter. Went through everybody but Snider. Look at this one. Right the 2 defenders. What a bucket for Kai to just put it on target. 1-0 lead, 30 seconds in.
Now that is clinical. And that is a kickoff win for Snider, allowing Kai to move forward. Again, 4 goes the boost. Oh, Naz. Arguably one of the easiest opportunities he's had all day. Once again, not taken. Is that going to bite Snider in the butt? As there's a demo. There's a shot opportunity. No, you've got to put it home. Oh, he doesn't still.
The squishy save making its presence felt. I love to see it. But I hate it for the Chargers. They get denied their equalizer. Snider looking for some more to their name. Kuro, long rotation. Your turn though for the ball. Seb, our super sub, will be super Seb right now, trying to make amends and bring the series to an even 500. From the corner, great drop down. Seb there, waiting dangerously, but not really committing. Low boost finally does. Will get whiffed. Nas behind the action, waiting for the bumps to come through. 3:30 on the clock. First 90 seconds have been all Snider. At least scoreboard-wise, what can the Chargers do now that they got possession?
Yeah, interesting to see Naz in defense, actually, as that's going to be a shot opportunity. There he is with the save, as if on cue. Playing by the methodology of, as long as you keep it away from the enemy, they're not going to have a shooting opportunity of their own. That does mean playing some risks with your own backboard and having a lot of faith in your team, but the faith is there, and it's paying off. How about this for a pass back in from Kuro? Slow-mo's going to step in and throw it to the midfield line. Here's Naz once again. 100 steal from Kai's away from the enemy force. Seb is going to get a piece of this one. Slow-mo. Of course, actually worth mentioning that Seb has subbed in for Cap T in between games, so I don't think we mentioned that at the top of the show. As unfortunately, that attack for the HH Chargers comes to nothing once again. That's going to hit the backboard. It's another shot opportunity. Throw it to the midfield, down the other end, but it's going to be wide and it's going to be shepherded to the side anyway.
Baited the defense, but not enough to put it on target. That's one to try and look back at and learn from, because you have to be accurate if you're trying to break away with that much speed. Slow-mo Slow to the ball. Kuro beats them to the punch. I got scared by the explosion. Snider 2-0.
And unfortunately, it's a whiff from Slow-Mo. It's a whiff from Snider as well, but Kuro sees the open net chance and just shoots straight for it. So as long as you get that on target, it's going to be a guaranteed goal. It doubles the lead to 2-0. We're just past half time, and it's starting to become a bit of a habit now for the Heritage Hall Chargers. They keep on getting good opportunities. They keep on missing them, and Snider Esports are just sitting there with shot opportunities of their own. They don't go a-begging. They are actually getting more clinical as the game proceeds.
Yeah, and I don't think the Chargers are ready for it. They're too many. Oh my God, 3 in a row. Kuro finished the job. Puts it up high the night by the backboard. Oh man, the triple fake. Are you kidding me? The Chargers.
Oh, it's a miss. Oh no. Disaster.
Posterizing everybody. Oh man, how much do I wish that was the goal instead of this though?
Where's the Discovery Channel? Because that was 60 seconds until disaster. Snider Esports 3-0. And HH Chargers imploding at the seam. Perhaps their brains imploding from the fact that they managed to get triple faked. And there's a fourth straight off the rip. Snider merciless.
What do you do if you're the Chargers? I mean, of course, the first game was close. It got really close at the end, actually. It just escaped out of your grip. This, though, this is a completely different level. We're not even looking at the same textbook. You're watching a show. I'm reading the book. And it's Snider, 5th one on the board. The Chargers seem completely lost.
I'm so glad that we saw the interview curse undone last week. Otherwise, I'd be getting really worried about the interview curse now. Snider Esports 5-0 all looks so easy. HH Chargers with 96 seconds to save some face. A goal, any goal will do at this point. It's consolation, it's confidence. Kuro going round the world. Loses possession. And although that's going to find itself into the center, it's going to be held by a blue player. Seb, that was hoping to go in field. Instead, it went straight up.
115 and...
Oh, good save.
What a save. Yeah. I mean, I was just about to say, if that goes in, you cannot live off of what they're giving to you. You have to get in their face, force the issue, and try to create a gap for your offense to work with. Instead, Snider, a brick wall does not seem enough. What's next in Fortnite? Metal? A metal wall. So hard to break through. It definitely takes the longest. It'll take more than 5 minutes unless we see a breakaway out of the Chargers. I'm not too sure what you need to do in game number 3, especially the rest of the series, if you're trying to take it a distance. But definitely, you have to be faster because they build quicker than you, and the defense is not going to be breaking rather than folding. They rather just fold as much as possible, but they'll always put at least 3 on the board.
Snider playing the scenario now, burning the clock. Of course, it's more a case of pride that they don't want to lose a goal here. Keep the clean sheet, keep the confidence high. Don't let HH Chargers sniff a way back in. And there is no way back in, it seems, to game number 2. A break through the lines. And Naz, is he going to give them a freebie? Pinched against the backboard. And there he is again. Kuro going to look to help this to the ground. Doesn't even need to touch it. Snider 2-0 in the series. HH Chargers. Well, the Chargers been well and truly stopped, Mitch.
Nah, man, unable to bring the sub in. Let's see, though, what the starting squad will be, because that could be fundamental to what the Chargers can do here in game number 3. Essentially, the last game where you can be comfortable, because after that, you'll be letting Snider move on to match point, and it's win or win. You'll be dropping either or. Nas has an opportunity to open it up early. The Dunsi attempt and the follow-up combined for the clearance, but for the opposite end, nobody back. Flick pass 1, flick pass 2. Slow-mo score first.
Calculated. I see a Rocket League sideswipe player there. I also see an unholy double commit. In fact, it's more of an over rotation from Snider. I think they were so big in their boots thinking that they could run the show early doors and break away with an early lead on HA's Chargers. They failed to respect the Chargers and their own counter-attacking potential. It's only one game where they haven't gone without a score, not 2 or 3, but Snider looking to redress the balance immediately. Naz is going to be denied by the backboard, and most certainly no help from others. My goodness me, that was another shot opportunity. HA's Chargers. We talked about sniffing the opportunities, Mitch, and there are more opportunities than there have been in previous games.
Yeah, most definitely, and you need to double down on those efforts or else it can get out of hand for the remainder of the series. Kuro trying to equalize as Demo.
Ooh.
Shot, follow up. Oh man, the 3-point passing play almost works out, and that is just a balanced offense if I've ever seen one. The defense though will make them earn their goal. The equalizer denied there. Also denied that middle of the pitch. 3:50 on the clock. This one dangerously in orange. Pass to the box, but nobody there to commit. This could be a breakaway opportunity for the Chargers if they can establish some chemistry, something that they've not been able to do once they get the ball past the 50-yard line. This one could be an open net. Double commit. Still not enough. Kuro 1-1, 3:30 on the clock.
So they do get a touch on the ball here. Slow-mo. It just goes backwards. I think in trying to adjust to get the optimum angle, they actually get the least optimal angle on that car, and it just helps the ball on its way. I was going to mention that I like the overall game plan from the Chargers as they attempt to move up the pitch, and certainly there was another chance there, but for me, their biggest issue is that they are trying to win challenges. They're trying to win 50-50s head on rather than taking the ball into areas where the blue team is not. And because they are not taking them into those areas, Snider Esports win those challenges. They win the positional advantage. They win a free backball pass, essentially, and they go 2-1 up.
Nas challenging his inner V1. Dreaming of Rotterdam. Already thinking about the major. Well, baby, you are in the fall. The HSEL fall major continues. You like my Reed's Relic? Snider, up by 1.
I do. Always. Forever and always. It is always a pleasure to be commentating with you, Mr. Mitch, the man in the mask himself. Of course, it's a pleasure to commentate on good Rocket League as well, and we've seen plenty of that between these two teams, especially with the last series, considering that as well. Some lovely, pretty plays, some excellent teamwork, and that is what the High School Esports League is all about. Of course, in that interview, the Chargers were talking about when things don't look good, they got to talk, they got to relax, and they got to comfort each other, say, hey, don't worry, it's all going to be okay, but I don't think any nurturing here is going to be helping the Chargers. They need a goal, and they need it now.
Oh man, I also forgot to mention about the comforting. You'd never hear that from any team whatsoever. You usually say,
it's refreshing, isn't it?
It's super refreshing. We usually hear about comms, rotations, call-offs, whatever. But you never hear, we comfort each other saying it's gonna be fine. We give each other a blankie and a cup of hot coffee. I love that. Like, that's what the esport needs the most, which is diffusing the situation. Heck, I worked customer service for the longest. You have no idea how much it helps you to diffuse a situation, especially if it's competitive, especially if it's your own team. Hopefully that's what we're seeing out of the Chargers. You're still only trailing by 1. There's 90 seconds to go, and Snider not necessarily getting more insurance on the board.
The series is a ticking time bomb, and the Chargers have yet to find the code. They've yet to find the wire to cut. And if they do go for a particular wire, who knows whether it'll be the right one or whether the game will blow up in their face. Snider Esports going for more and more fanciful plays. That's going to play into the advantage of the Chargers, as that's a great shot opportunity. You can't be missing the ball there.
It's the jitters. Or they're having too much fun, one or the other. I completely agree. You cannot be missing those. I've given Snider a little bit of a break. HH needs to double down. Unable to complete the drop down. Huge clearance, double touch to get it past the defense, and more clock milk off of the counter. Double touch again. Taste of their own medicine. Medicine would taste nice right now. Seb, super sub back on the pitch. Just now realized 30 ticks to go. Snider looking
man.
to put this one to ice to bed till the end of the road. Kurowa will get the third one on the board.
It's just the slightest of touches, but it's all he needed. A double. It's almost like a 1.5 commit there. As Slow-Mo is able to turn around and get back on his bike into a good defensive position, but because of how slight the touch was, Slow-Mo overcommitted himself. Therefore, the goal was wide open to be scored. That's now a 2-goal advantage, and that might be enough to carry Snider onto match point. Slow-Mo slowing down in front of net. A bump on the defender's not going to do much there. That ball going to hit the orange backboard once more. Double commit. Doesn't matter. Kuro's there towards the net once again. How has it not gone in? I can't believe it hasn't.
What? I'm not entirely sure how it didn't. But 3-1 is game 3. This will allow Snider to move on to match point. Oh, 4-1. Kai said, be right back. This is not only a testament of what they're able to do throughout the game, but how much domination they're able to spread out throughout the series. The Chargers are entering the last game with as little hope as possible, and Snider can lose the next 3 games. I have no doubt in my mind they'll go the distance.
What a pick on that shot as well. It's neatly nestled in the top right pocket of the goal. And it's going to be a very neat 4-0 sweep if Snider can convert it. It's strange to believe, once again, that we have a series where surely you're thinking both teams should have a game. And yet here we are. A sweep potentially awaits, especially if Kuro can get nutty redirects like that. All 3 HH players standing and watching.
Ooh,
there was
nice.
nothing they could do. And Kuro in the midfield, they were trying to put together a faking play of their own charges. Well, the Snider Esports team saw right through it.
Yeah, that fake attempt just reminds you of the F word, right? They're having fun. They are
having fun.
They don't have a lot of opportunities. Yeah, the good F word. They don't have a lot of opportunities, but when they have them, they think outside the box. And that's probably not only what's best for you as a team that's trying to have fun, but also the best thing you can do against Snider, because nothing else has worked as they're trying to put the first one on the board. Kai's back up in the air. Shot off target. Nas will drop it down. 3-point passing play. Nobody there to retaliate. The Chargers forming an offense from the middle of the field. Oh, what a powerful flick. Shot will be denied. And now Kai's coast to coast. It's a back and forth gearing game forward.
Oh, what a passive. Oh, no. Oh, you hate to see it. Let's talk about the quality of this pass first, Mitch. It is stonking. What a great play. Kai, instant connection, but it's the touch of Slow-Mo. That said, even with Slow-Mo there was a third player at the far post ready to put it in. That could very well have been 1-0 anyway.
Yeah, when you're not rotating with the goal line,
Hello?
you're definitely not what spot posting out. The Chargers cannot equalize the game. And, I mean, at least they cut the 3-point passing play short, because that was definitely going to be a score otherwise. But the own goal is not a good look. The open net whiff is not a good look. The posting out is not a good look. I'm not too sure where Chargers are having fun, but they are definitely forcing it a little, because it's definitely tilting to see so many opportunities and none of them come through against Snider.
They're terrified. They're terrified. They don't want to overcommit. They don't want to give those shooting avenues to Snider, but Snider, in response, are slowing down, but they've got the opportunity to turn up the wick whenever they want. This game lies in the palm of their hands, and even more so would it do so had that gone in, had it been 2-0. As it transpires, Mitch, we've got ourselves a tied game. Fortunate? Yes. Deserved? Maybe. But it's something for the Chargers to work with.
Oh, man, and I'm not too sure where you go from here. How do you get the lead? You cannot play breakaway offense until then, because Snider, like you said, will clip on you and make everybody look like a fool on the last line of the fence. You have to switch something in the next 2:50 on the clock, or else you'll be dropping the third sweep of the evening. Past middle of the field, the angle will be found. Nerf finds the go-ahead.
I didn't want to make a noise because I was slightly concerned that this was actually going to go off the post and out. And at the very last moment, squeezes it in. That purple Phoenix rising from the ashes of the Chargers series. They have themselves a lead. Now, can they hold it? Still over half the game left to run. It is all in the hands of the team that needs a reverse sweep.
Imagine closing the broadcast with a reverse sweep by the Chargers against the famous Snider Esports squad. It'll have to be a huge feat, but definitely one that Snider can impede. Oh boy, the demo almost came through. Another attempt on net, but what a dunk defensively this time to escape the pressure. Now Kais needs to touch one that's saved by Kuro. Again, everywhere you don't want it to be, Kuro will be. Slow-mo back to the box. This one, I'm not too sure if the read was going to be there anyways. And even if it connected, that was not the right idea. Seb, the super sub, needs to shine right here, right now. Too much space in front of Snider. Somehow, some way, posting out.
I like that the Chargers are at least trying to fight fire with fire. That's how Rocket League is played nowadays. And it continues to whittle down the clock more and more so. 90 seconds left. Naz looking for the pass back. Not going to find its intended recipient. Has to give up possession. Nur. Kuro well weighted into the midfield. Straight to another orange player. It's slow-mo. Oh, gives it up. No, he doesn't give it up, actually. He's going to find the net. 3-1. And is the impossible possible?
Oh, man, if you put your mind to it, especially if you're the Chargers, in the 90-second zone, leading by 2. Are you kidding me? Snider, I'm not too sure what you need to do right now, but definitely not this. Match point jitters in full motion. Kuro has to go the 100 yards. Flicks past 1. Slow-mo won't make it past 2. Great bounce on the corner. Drop down by Kais. Nur, not the best touch. Actually keeps the offense moving. And that gives the chance for the defense to come and clean up. 66 to go. And Snider needs to step on it.
Naz. Oh, that's dangerous.
Oh my. Oh my.
What a cherry pick. Master Farmer. Wow.
Oh,
that is quality.
Please, Kuro, tell me you're watching. You just put both analysts to mute. We were watching silently, patiently. That replay is golden. What a way to inch closer, but that's half the battle. You need one more if you're trying to tie it up against the Chargers.
That's a big uh-oh from me, Chief. That's a shot in the arm for Snider. What a quality play. That just raises the hope. That just raises the enthusiasm. That just raises the confidence. And the Chargers have 30 seconds left. They break away with it now. 1v3. Kuro not having any of it. On the way back, it's Naz heading towards the corner. Slow-mo. Gets a piece of it, straight back to Kuro. That's towards the net. That's going almost in. Oh, it trickles the woodwork. Still dangerous. Back into the center. Put away by Slow-mo. Yeah, under the cosh now are the HH Chargers. It's all about overtime.
No!
Oh, no, it's a miss. And they're going to get it, Snider.
Spooky season, still the explosion and all. Especially, oh no, it's the air pump from your own teammate. Cleans up the defenses. Snider ties it up. 1 tick to go. But if I've seen anything in my lifetime, not enough bounces off the kickoff. There's absolutely no way, right? There's absolutely no way. Thank you. Touchdown and out. I was going to say overtime. I did not get scared. Overtime it is in game 4.
A moment of exquisiteness has brought Snider back into the fight to finish the fight earlier than, well, HH Chargers could ever hope to dream a nightmare of. From 3-1 to 3-2 to 3-3. How do you come back from this? Well, initially it's Snider on the attack immediately. It's HH Chargers to clear their lines. They are, again, back with a bit of conservatism, Mitch. I am worried.
Oh, and I am too, especially for whatever kind of sequels this type of treatment leaves on the Chargers. The double by Naz, and just like that, add insult to injury to the Snider Cut victory.
That's the challenge. That's the missed challenge that costs them the game. That's the challenge, the missed challenge that costs them the series. The HH Chargers, just they always felt like they were 1 or 2 steps behind, at every integer. And honestly, for me, Mitch, their loss here in 4-0 fashion as well, brutal. But you can trace it all the way back to game number 1, where they had more shots than their opponents, but their shot conversion was shocking.
Yeah, it's a lot to handle in a best of 7 series. Snider, if you had any doubts, they were the better team out there. Chargers learned a lot throughout that back and forth, but it was never going to be enough. It could have been a best out of 101. Snider was always going to take it. They proved themselves the best team on the pitch. Move on to 4-1. Drop the Chargers from 4-1 to 4-2. Since it's not over, and I don't think this is the last time these two will face each other.
Yeah, both teams still very much in the playoff hunt, and there's one more week to try and establish your credentials. Of course, it's not just here in Rocket League where these players are fighting over potential scholarships moving forward with their academic careers. We've got Brawlhalla on Mondays, we've got Valorant